ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ̀ wò ó lágbára o lórí ọ̀rọ̀ justice for Mohbad òun náà la ṣe wà. Ṣe mọ̀ pé nọ́ọ̀sì sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá nọ́ọ̀sì nìsín ó ti wá sọ̀rọ̀ pé kán jọ ò kán ṣàánú òun o ẹ̀yẹ kan tóun ní rèé nǹkan báyìí tọ́mọ òun ti sọ igbá kan àwo kan ẹ̀ wò mi ò fẹ́ sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ fún wa mo fẹ́ ká wá lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tí ìyá nọ́ọ̀sì ìyá tó bí nọ́ọ̀sì tó sọ pé òun ló fún Mohbad lábẹ́rẹ́ mo fẹ́ ká wá lọ gbọ́ nǹkan tí ìyá yẹn sọ ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wá lọ gbọ́ o.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I can hear you, Wunmi. I just like to know what do you make of the verdict to do with Naira Marley being free by the court? What do you make of that verdict?
Man, it is actually sad because a lot has been happening after my husband's demise, and even before my husband's demise, a whole lot has happened, which is online. How he was bullied, how he was harassed, how he was defamed because at the end of the day, nothing is being done just because the whole family has not been in cordial relationship. The whole family has not been settled. It's been from one problem to another, and even my father-in-law has said it publicly that he does not have any issue with it. In fact, he has been defending them. And, allegedly, I heard that one way or the other, they've been in contact. Do you understand? Because a lot of people that has been speaking for him, he says there is a lady called Ibukun that has a relationship with them. And this same Ibukun has been the one funding my father-in-law, giving him money, giving him cars, giving him different...
Now, this is my problem. What is our problem with people funding? What is our problem with people funding Baba? Baba is being funded, Baba is being supported because he's the only one that wants true justice for his son. Baba is being funded because he has been in this justice for Mohbad for years. Now, let me tell you, look at her. And she said she's looking for justice, but she's busy interfering in Baba's business. She wants to know what that man is eating. She wants to know who is helping that man. That is just a problem. You buy somebody's son and you don't want him to have helpers. Make it make sense, Ashana. You buy somebody's son. You are still complaining that he has people supporting him. Now, remember you all, Ibukun did not just buy a car for that man. It was Ashana that sent his supporters as supporters. You remember, Baba was in a bus that day and somebody made a video and said, look at Josie, I feel like cutting his head off in this bus. Do you all remember? And they spread that video. He said, if not that you are not insulting Ashana again, I would have cut your head off in this bus. And a good Samaritan saw that video and said, Baba's life is not safe. If they can be coming after him in a bus, I think I will get him a car. Ashana, it's because you don't have faith in God. You don't know God. If you know God, God will make a way where there is no way. Baba is enjoying God's mercy because he's a true father. He's the only one that wants true justice for his son. But you think Baba is just there to milk the public. No! Ọba tó múrí jáde kúrò níbi tí ò sí. God knows this man needs help. That is why he's sending helpers from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. It is called God's favor. Ashana. Iya Mohbad has said it. He said you don't know anything than to do jazz, to do juju. So you don't know what is called favor. This lady in question is an American. She's an American. She has no attachment with Nigeria. But yet, she bought a car for Baba. It is not the girl, no. It is God. God will just enter some people's heart to help this man. Let's continue.
It's just to keep lying and just to keep spoiling the whole case. Do you understand? And this.
Did you see this girl? She said the lady is giving Baba Mohbad money and car so that Baba Mohbad can lie on her, so that Baba Mohbad can spoil the case. This girl is evil. You see why I will forever detest this girl? She's evil. I can't stand evil people. You can act from people. if I'm doing things with you, maybe I don't know you are evil. The day I will know you are evil, I will cut my heart. I will cut my relationship with you, either man or woman. Even if you are my family, if I know your heart is full of evil, this lady is evil. Look at what she's saying. Baba is telling, the lady is giving Baba money to be lying on her, to disrupt the case. Let me tell you something. This is what Odumosu told this girl. This is what Eniyoshowo told this girl. So we are very fortunate to tell Eniyoshowo to F off from this case. It would have been a disaster to us. What is her problem? Look at her lying. That the lady, an American lady, that has not even been to Nigeria before, that God just used her to support this justice for Mohbad. She's so straightforward, very good. She doesn't lie. She say, you know, Americans, they say it as it is. They don't know anybody. Do you know what she's doing? She's purposely mentioning that lady's name, thinking the lady will be scared. Otishi, Ashana, let me tell you one thing you don't understand. All the soldiers behind Baba Mohbad, what he gets in one law, they are ready for this justice. Nobody you will mention their name or come for with your supporters that they will run or they will be scared. Anybody God truthfully chose for this justice, they are ready. God has given them that strength to carry on. They are not relenting. So she thought if she mentioned that lady's name, she will be scared. You failed woefully, Ashana. Try another means. Everybody from little to the top, we stand gidigba until we get that justice.
Maybe Bukky has been the one giving the suspect money just to come out to defame me and a lot.
Look at it. Giving the suspect money to defame her. You are the number one suspect. Look at what she's saying without an evidence. It's just unfortunate that the lady will not want to take this case up with her. Defaming without an evidence. This is what Eniyoshowo told her. This is one of the lies Eniyoshowo is selling for her, and Eniyoshowo is collecting money from them. This is one of the lies. Bukky is paying suspect to lie on you. Make it make sense, Ashana. Do you think everybody will be dumb like you? Let me tell you, all these interviews you are making, it is not part of justice. It is not court of law. You are free to lie. The sensible ones, our son Shitu is a sensible man. Out of your lies, I've sent all your videos. Every video of where you lied before and where you said, everything I've sent to him. They will compare and contrast. And you will be nailed down for the Kpaiing Of Mohbad. I can tell you that. So all these lies you are making publicly, it doesn't count in the court of law. The earlier you know that, the better for you. But it is good. It is to our own advantage, because if you don't lie, how are we going to catch you?
You know, it's so unfortunate that at the end of the day, the people that I feel like can stand by my side to fight for justice for my husband
Did you hear what she said? She said it is unfortunate that the people that are supposed to stand beside her to fight justice. Ashana, if you were truthful the first day Mohbad died, I will be the number one to forefront to support you. But you manipulated the world. You manipulated up till now that you are talking. You are still lying. You have never said one thing that is truth ever since you've been granting interviews. And you said they are supposed to stand with you. Bella Shmurda is standing with you. All these fake friends, they are standing with you because they never liked Mohbad. Because Mohbad is ahead of them. They are standing with you. Do you think it's Baba? Do you think Baba is lying on you? It is God. The more you try to bring this man down, the more you try to lie on Baba Mohbad, God will keep vindicating him. It is just pure truth.
You the one dining with his enemies. Do you understand? You know, when I heard the whole news, I felt really sad about it because in one way or the other.
Can you hear what she said? She said Baba Mohbad is dining with Mohbad's enemy. Does this girl understand the English that is coming from her mouth? Or it is written on the blackboard for her to read? So, those Bella Shmunda, Zalantan, Cute Abiola, in all this corona inquest, we have not seen one of them. Those are Mohbad's true friend. It is only this man and the public that is fighting this cause. He had no support from anybody. And you are there saying Baba is dining with the Mohbad's enemy. Ashana, just say you know, you are Mohbad's #1 enemy. You are the #1 enemy.
If in one way or the other, they've done something that, you know, Liam would, our only son would go up to ask me.
You know, what disgusts me most in this lady's interviews is, did you hear what she said? Our only son. Sorry, she first of all said Liam. Then she corrected herself and said our only son. She's just patching that son up, you know, putting it together to put in our face. But if we refuse to accept him, Bagbe, until DNA is done, stop putting it to our faces, for crying out loud. Go give him to the person you gave the placenta. If Baba is truly Papa Lolo's grandfather, you will not be insulting this man like that. When you think about that, if my son see me cursing this man in the future, he will ask me questions. If Baba is truly your father-in-law, you will not be disgracing him. You will not be lying on him. You will, the love you said you truly have for Mohbad, you will pass it to the father. If you love me, you love my dog. Am I communicating? If you truly love Mohbad, let me tell you something nobody's telling you. If you truly love Mohbad, even in Mohbad's death, in Mohbad's grave, the love you have for Mohbad, you will transfer it to the father. Look at people that marries all these single father. Do they love the children? When they started, they might not love the children. But because of the love they have for their father, they pass it to the children. So if truthfully you love Mohbad the way you are talking, Abi, you will not be insulting this man. You just 2 days, just 1 week after Mohbad died, you called the father that is still mourning. You called him, cursing him back to back, cursing him, telling him that he kpaied Mohbad, when you know truly well that you kpaied Mohbad. Can it be your father-in-law? Can you truly love Mohbad and you have the effrontery to call Baba Mohbad 1 week, somebody that is still mourning? Somebody that is still mourning. You called him to rain curses on him. And you want to tell me Liam is Mohbad's son? Make it make sense. Come on now. Come on now. Even if you don't love Mohbad's family, Mohbad's death should make you love them more. Should make you be the son that they've lost. Daddy, mommy, my chef be ọmọ fún yín. Mohbad ló lọ. Èmi àtọmọ ẹ̀ yìí wà ńbí pẹ̀lẹ́ lákọ ó lábo. Ìtòrò lórí burúkú ọmọ àlè ní ẹ́, wọn ò gbé ẹ̀ka náà wọn kọ ẹ nílé. Instead, you thought Iyabo Ojo will manipulate the society. That is why you have the effrontery to call that man to be cursing him. 2nd week, his son died. Oh, Shemo. Am I communicating? Do you understand? I have seen some women, their husband kpaid. Up to today, they refuse to marry because of the love they have for their husbands. But reverse is the case in this lady's case. Instead, you are running around paying bloggers to call this man what the name God is not calling him. To put all those lies on the man. If you can tell the world that Baba told the nurse to go, and in Corona inquest, the nurse said she has not set her face on Baba. So you can imagine many lies this girl is not telling us. Let's continue.
When he called up, and at the end of the day, when I got to realize that nothing can be done to it, it's very, very sad, but there's nothing I can do, because at this point, all I have to do is just to fight for myself.
Okay, Wunmi, I've heard all that you have said concerning the court verdict and how some of the circumstances or the relationship with your husband and Naira Marley could have been investigated more. But also, I want to know if Naira Marley had reached out to you since your husband passed.
He never reached out to me. But I think 2 days after my husband's demise, his manager reached out on WhatsApp. She was trying to, she sent me a text. She said we should settle all of this in Abikebi as families, that Liam is such a fine boy and they'll make sure that they...
Do you hear? Do you all notice what she's trying to do here? In every sentence she makes, she will put that poor boy's name there just to manipulate the public. In any little sentence, she said, I can assure you Naira Marley's manager did not call her. Is it the Naira Marley that you said Kpaiing Mohbad? Eh? Did you hear what she said? She said 2 days after Naira Marley's manager called her that Liam is such a lovely boy. Why putting Liam in the case of murder? Okay, the manager called you that settle the case. Would you tell? They called you to settle the case amicably. Why putting that boy's name there? Let's continue.
Take good care of him. She tried to call me, but did not pick up. So, then, I think that was the conversation she sent to me. Why didn't respond to her? And since then,
we need evidence. We need evidence that she sent you.
So from then, it's been from one bully to another. A whole lot of people has been coming for me, and these same people has been trying to exonerate them, but they are coming for me. Do you understand? So
listen, fool. I am not daft like Yabo Ojo, your spokesperson. This is what everybody can see. We are talking about Kpaiing Mohbad. Yabo Ojo and yourself, you came to the world to manipulate us. I can see everything. Why should I support you? Of course, I will exonerate Naira Marley because I have not seen any video where he attacked Mohbad. The same thing Mohbad spoke about you. He spoke about Naira Marley. But Yabo Ojo is quick to attack Naira Marley. Mohbad put a voice note out there that if you kill him, you cannot buy his family. Where is Mohbad's phone up till today? And you said you are fighting for justice. Make it make sense, daft idiots.
One way or the other, I feel like they have something in common. And I feel like if I had responded to his manager when she called me, maybe all of this would have happened. But it is all good.
Okay, I'm sure that you also know that there are many people who believe you know more than you want to tell the world about the last moment.
I like this question.
Alive. They also talk about the audio where you and your late husband were arguing.
I like this question.
Something that happened a couple of hours before he passed. Would you like to clear that part for us?
Of course, yes. So regarding that voice recording, it's something that is really, really sad because
I like this lady. The lady asked a question. This lady is the only intelligent one among the people that interviewed her. The lady spoke about the voice notes, but video yet I don't know, maybe this is the end of the video. Yeah, you can see our voice was shaking there. Our voice was shaking. Anyway, let me request for Yabo Ojo's video. The interview she made. Let me request for it. 1 minute. 1 minute. Hello sis. Eka Soma. The job me send video. Video tí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ṣe interview, ẹ bá mi send it. To lọ ṣe podcast níbì kan. Okay, this is not the end of the video. This is the only one they sent to me. So if you have another one, can you send it to me so that we can play it, please? Ibi tí ó dé ní ọ̀dọ̀ Sister Tọ́lání. Èyí tó cut tí mo rí ni. Yeah. Sis, ẹ̀yin kọ́ mo bá wí o. Mo ti wá pẹ́ wà lórí ibẹ̀ yẹn, sorry. Yeah. 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 Only the AIT did the interview well. Exactly. I don't have the full video. This is the only one they sent to me. So if you have the other one, please, you can send it to me so that we can talk more about it. But having said that, she spoke about 2 nurses. Okay, please send it to me. Eba mi send it, Joe.
To Mohbad's music royalties to calls for a paternity test to be conducted to confirm if he is indeed the father.
Okay.
They want, like, including the landed property, the royalties, to be.
Yes, I can hear you, Wunmi. I just like to know what do you make of the verdict to do with Naira Marley being the court verdict and how some of the circumstances or the relationship with your husband and Naira Marley could have been investigated more. But also, I want to know if Naira Marley had reached out to you since your husband passed.
He never reached out to me. But I think 2 days after my husband's demise, his manager reached out on.
This girl is a liar. Naira Marley did not reach out to her. She reached out to Naira Marley and took Naira Marley to court to get Mohbad's royalty from Naira Marley. I told you last year. Can you all remember? I told you. I said she took Naira Marley to court secretly. March or February of last year. Can you all remember? I told you all that she secretly took Naira Marley to court and Naira Marley refused to give the royalty because Naira Marley stated, and I quote, he said, when Mohbad was signed into his music industry, it was his father that bought him and not Ashana. So in any way, he cannot give anything to Ashana. So I don't know if the case is still pending or I don't know what is going to happen now. But having said that, everything regarding Mohbad, you cannot hear Sam Shitu said it that he's going to handle it. So please go and calm down. Hello, we will touch everywhere. We will touch everywhere. So this is what I'm telling you now, that this girl is a pathological liar. Naira Marley did not reach out to her. She reached out to Naira Marley because she wanted to collect Naira Marley's royalties. Mohbad's royalties from Naira Marley. Let's continue.
On WhatsApp, she was trying to, she sent me a text. She said, we should settle all of this in amicably as families. Liam is such a fine boy, and they'll make sure that
she sent that message to Naira Marley. Now, Naira Marley ignored her. She thought she can speak with Naira Marley, one-on-one. That was why she said, Papa Lolo is a fine boy. Papa Lolo will still go up to know them. No, that was a message to Naira Marley. If she said I'm lying, let her give us an evidence. She tried to speak with Naira Marley amicably so that Naira Marley can give her what she wants. But because she was not the one that ignored Naira Marley. Naira Marley ignored her. So because Naira Marley ignored her, she now deemed it fit to take him to court. De lulebo ni court yẹn ni. Ọmọ yìí, ó ń pa pẹpẹ irọ́. Ṣé n tó sọ bàbá Mohbad dá lálà. Àlà ìran tó rí sí Mohbad. Ó wá ní bàbá Mohbad rí ìran yẹn sí Papa Lolo. Irọ́ wo ló lè pa.
They take good care of him. She tried to call me, but I did not pick up. So, I think that was the conversation she sent to me. But I didn't respond to her, and since then they've not reached out. So it's just since then. So from then, it's been from one bullying to another. A whole lot of people has been coming for me, and these same people has been trying to exonerate them, but they are coming for me. Do you understand? So one way or the other, I feel like they have something in common. And I feel like if I had responded to his manager when she called me, maybe all of this would have happened. But it is all good.
Okay, I'm sure that you also know that there are many people who believe you know more than you want to tell the world about the last moment of your husband alive. They also talk about the audio where you and your late husband were arguing, something that
You need to see our body language here.
before he passed. Would you like to clear that part for us?
Of course, yes. So regarding that voice recording, it's something that is really, really sad, because let me just say, it's like those moments were vulnerable moments. Do you understand? That was after the NDLA attack, and that day was on my birthday, 2022. Yes, on my birthday.
Did you hear what she said? The voice notes Mohbad told her, she said it was Mohbad's vulnerable moment. Does she understand the question? That day was my birthday. Is that the question? Look at how she's manipulating it. Tell us what happened, why Mohbad made that voice note. She said it's her birthday. Let's listen.
It's 2022, April 29. I was in the hospital because, after the NDLA issue, he was paranoid. He was living in fear. Like, it got worse to the extent that we went to the psychiatric hospital because...
Listen. He said Mohbad was living in fear. Somebody living in fear. And he went to sing in Ikorodu without security. He went to sing in Ikorodu without security. He's always going out everywhere without security. And he's living in fear. I shall not make it make sense. He said they took him to psychiatric hospital. She did not go with them, you remember? That was when Maisi went with Maisi's wife and Baba. You all remember? And that was not a psychiatric hospital. Let's continue.
He became a shadow of himself. He doesn't see himself as the Mohbad that everybody.
Ejo, what did we order? What is she serving? They asked her about the voice notes. She's saying Mohbad is paranoid. Mohbad is in shadow of himself. Look at this. This is the number one manipulator I've set my eyes on. Can you see she's avoiding that question? Can you all hear that? They said, can you tell us about the voice notes? She said Mohbad is paranoid. That was on my birthday. Mohbad was in the psychiatric. Mohbad is a shadow of himself. Jesus Christ. How did Mohbad she put up? How did Mohbad manage to put up with this girl for 2 years? How? For you to know that Mohbad would have seen hell in this girl's hand. Emma Bolo?
See him as, do you understand? He forgot, he doesn't even know his songs, the song that he released himself. He doesn't know them anymore. He cannot perform them in the show because he does not even know most of his songs. He does not know most things. But I was the only one with him then. But the whole thing was, God really was excited that even me myself, I was sick because I just be together and he was just start screaming, saying some people want to kill him, some people want to do this, some people want to do that. We might be together sleeping and he will just wake up middle of the night and ask me to go out.
Is it me that I don't understand English? Has she answered the question, please? I just shut it down question here. They are talking about the voice notes. She's saying he can't sleep at night. Can you see how? Hey, please answer. Has she answered the question, please? She's, oh my God, this girl knows a lot. This girl knows a lot. This girl knows a lot. And the earlier the police do their job, the better for them. The world, in Sam Shitu's voice, the world is watching. The world is watching. She has not answered that question. She's beating around the bush. Listen.
Outside, irrespective of where we are, we have to go out until it's calm. Do you understand? So that day was on my birthday. He already wished me happy birthday. He already posted my picture online. He just called me. And he was like, where is the phone? Where is his phone? This same phone he was talking about was the same phone I was using. Where is his iCloud? The iCloud he was talking about was the same iCloud I am still using up to this moment.
Okay, can we see the phone? Look at what she's doing. He still posted me on that day. See any voice notes? People that read psychologists watching me here. You don't even have to be a psychologist to know this girl is lying. He posted. Do you know what she's trying to put to our face? She's trying to let that lady know that the extent Mohbad loved her. He put my picture on that day, and he told you go truth or dare go. To ba ka baba ti mo bi to ti she doggy. O ma post dara in your bed there. So that post of picture is not an avenue to say Mohbad loves you. And it is you that knows Mohbad put the picture. We cannot see any evidence. Ekpe ni Mohbad ń gbé ẹṣẹ́ ńjọ́ yẹn. Ekpe ló ń gbé ẹṣẹ́. Okay, you said you are still using the iCloud. Let me just tell you now, maybe you don't know. They are going to do every of your phone forensic. Mohbad's phone forensic. If you like, go and erase anything. It's coming out. Then so iCloud. So if you did not erase the iCloud, Mohbad will lie that you erase iCloud. Mohbad will lie that you erase every iCloud. Look at this girl. Okay, if you are sure, why did you go to Darosha got the phone and kept it with Mama Mohbad? You went to Mama Mohbad's house in Songwater to steal that phone. That night, your followers, your supporters, they were celebrating phone celebration. They were happy that you got that phone back. Ashana, come and explain to us what happened on that night. Why are you so particular about that phone? If you are sure nothing is wrong with the voice note, put the phone out. Put it out.
And the iCloud is his name. And that is the same iCloud myself and him were using. He was just saying different things. Where is his phone? The phone was talking about.
Mohbad got it there for you to see the extent this lady was controlling Mohbad's life. He has turned Mohbad's life to a remote control. In a civilized world, a young upcoming artist, a young boy that have not even tasted what is called life. He will now have the same iPad with his wife. Even àwọn bàbá wa, wọn need the same iCloud pẹ̀lú ìyàwó wọn. Even àwọn tó ti dàgbà jù wá lọ. Mohbad that just starts his life, that is enjoying life. For you to see how this lady has turned Mohbad to remote control. For Mohbad to accept to have the same iCloud with this Ashana. To have the same iCloud with Transformer Aleki, Obueti di Konga, Obueti di Kanji Dam. You can imagine a young promising guy. Celebrity like Mohbad. They want to have flings. They want to enjoy different apples. So he will now be committed to only you. Ashana, make it make sense. They just want to be committed to just a lady after they have enjoyed their life. But when they're still coming up, 26, 30, even at 40, we still have some men that just want to enjoy every apple in this world. They just want to have a child and enjoy themselves. Okay, tell me, many of these celebrities, many of them, they have child. They just want to enjoy themselves. But me was you. But she bring with that one woman that they have the same iCloud. So in a boy like Mohbad, what trust seto yen en ton deshe en to fe je tí ó fẹ́ jamala lójoojúmọ́. Ashana ba yi ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ gan o. Ashana ti pa Mohbad sára kó tó kú. It's not the bully, oh. I keep on telling you. My instinct does not deceive me. It's not the bully. Ashana ti pa Mohbad sára kó tó kú. Ashana ti pa sára. How I wish ipe Mohbad lè dìde kó sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ti pa Mohbad sára kó tó kú.
I get the background of that. But real quickly, because our time is almost up.
Okay, let me try to just summarize that. So yeah. So I did that voice note because it was on my birthday and because I was sick. So I was not expecting him to talk to me in such a manner, and I was so.
That's a lie. She said she did that voice note. No, she's lying. Let's go on.
So I had to do the recording on a friend's phone to play to him because whenever he comes down, he always denies not saying such a thing to me. And also, I did that because I wanted to also play to his father because then I was already tired of the relationship and I wanted to leave. So his father is.
I want to play the voice note to his father. This is a man. This is a man that you claim that you don't talk to because you are not in good terms. But you want to play a video for him. How many times have you played a video for him? In Mohbad's words, for you to know that this girl does not even talk with Baba Mohbad. He doesn't report Mohbad to his father. Mohbad said in his words, you are fond of reporting me to my father. Mohbad never said, sorry, in Mohbad's words, Mohbad said, you are fond of reporting me to my mother. Mohbad never said, you are fond of reporting me to my father. But she said she recorded that voice note to play to his father. Even the mother that Mohbad claimed that you report him to, you are not saying you want to play it. Oh, Jesus Christ. She will allow my pay one.
Father is always the one coming to me, begging me to please not leave. I should not leave his son at that time.
Chembo, it is the father. She said it's Baba Mohbad that is always coming to her to beg her not to leave Mohbad. Did you hear what Baba said that day? Baba took Mohbad to go and pray for him. Iya Mohbad took him back. Baba called Iya Mohbad to get Mohbad's clothes so that they can pray on it, so that they can separate them. Iya Mohbad gave Baba a fake clothes, and this girl is sat there saying, have you all noticed that she's not saying anything about Iya Mohbad? Because she knows Iya Mohbad was not in the picture. They never liked Iya Mohbad. The only time they started accepting Iya Mohbad was when Papa Lolo was 4 months old. Iya Mohbad confirmed it. Can you imagine? Baba is always begging you to stay with Mohbad, and they want to separate you. Iya Mohbad said it that Baba Mohbad said I should give him clothes of Mohbad to separate you and Mohbad. That she gave Baba Mohbad fake clothes. And that is the same man that will be begging you to stay. Baba Mohbad wants you to stay. Have you forgotten? Iya Mohbad said that your mother was insulting Baba in her presence. And that Baba will be begging you to stay. Eba mi bi omo yi. Iro iti poju ko ma pa wa.
So I did that because I wanted to clear him, to make him know that, to let him understand how the whole thing has affected him. And I did the recording on a friend's phone. So there's another girl that
you responded to that. You have responded to that question. I'd like to know at this point why the paternity test is still pending and why your husband.
You go and got it soon, yeah, cut it off.
The reason why the paternity test is still pending is because my father-in-law doesn't want to do the DNA. I feel the main reason is because he doesn't want the attention is getting from the public. He doesn't want it to end. Like he enjoys the attention is getting from the public.
Have you made efforts to get his samples for the DNA?
Me and my father-in-law.
You, because the news out there is that it is you who is declining from going for the paternity test.
No. The whole world now knows the truth.
No.
People
shut up. Auntie Tebe wo mi e fún mi níbi tí Yabo ti sọ pé kò ní ṣe DNA, pé kò lówó DNA. What truth? When we started this DNA saga, it took you 2 years to accept. Just because Eniyan Shogo wanted to manipulate the DNA. That was when you accepted. 2 years. You kept saying you are not having any DNA done. Iyabo Ojo came out 3 times. She was laughing, making jest of that man that day. That Wunmi does not have money. Even if she wants to do the DNA, Baba Mohbad has to pay. Are you for real? And you are saying here that Baba, the world knows what? Who are the world? Abayi omo ife bajen. Abo fe shori buruku ni.
people believe that because I was not saying anything. But I think for the past 3 weeks I've been saying my truth.
So
and
what's
now
your
a lot
truth?
of
What's your truth? Tell AI.
But Lady Annie, what is your
my
truth?
now is that I have been waiting for the DNA since 2023 up to this moment. So my father-in-law has been the one delaying the process. And now, since last year, the court has given us the go-ahead to do the DNA. But now he doesn't want me to do my own he does not want me to do my own personal DNA. He wants
How is it possible? So lórí burúkú lọmọ yìí, ṣọmọ yóò gbóyìnbó ni. Baba demanded for DNA. You cannot do a DNA. You have done a secret DNA to know the paternity. You used Mama Mohbad to do the DNA. Unfortunately, that did not give you a correct result. You cannot do DNA because Baba requested for DNA. So you cannot do the DNA. It is Baba Mohbad that needs the DNA. So make it make sense. Why will you go and do a DNA? You have done a secret one to be sure. But unfortunately, the results came out negative because they cannot use the Mohbad. They use the Mohbad and Papa Lolo. And just because Papa Lolo is not Mohbad's son, it came out inconclusive. Am I communicating? It came out. Let her come out now. They have used the Mohbad and Liam. Yeah? They have used Mohbad and Liam. But it came out inconclusive. Because they need to use Mohbad's tissue. So if truthfully, Papa Lolo is Mohbad's son, at least Oje carries traces. And it oban fi gba adamule. Mohbad kọ́ ló lọ́mọ. Mohbad kọ́ ló lọ́mọ yẹn. Ìwọ. Wá ló béèrè tó bẹ́ẹ̀.
he wants to be the one to do his own DNA. Because
of course, he will do his own DNA. Because one, Mohbad had a child. The placenta is supposed to be given to the father. Mohbad called his father that is bringing placenta. Unfortunately, after 2 hours, Mohbad said, Daddy, we are not bringing the placenta again. In Yoruba's culture, the parents collect the placenta. Now Baba is asking you, who did you give the placenta? You will only give placenta to the parents of the boy, the grandchild. Who did you give placenta?
Results he wants to publish. So he doesn't want me to do any DNA to counter his DNA.
All right.
He knows
so
that.
Why has your husband not been buried?
Because my father-in-law doesn't want him buried. So yes, so I'm still saying like this whole thing is based on one thing, and the thing is he enjoys the attention he's getting from the media, and he knows that once the DNA is done and once my husband is buried, that is the end of the game for him. So he does not want it to end anytime soon, and that's why he has been delaying the process. So there is no any reason whatsoever where that my husband's body is at.
Do you know why she's doing this? She kept mentioning father-in-law, because she just wants to throw Baba under the bus for bullying, for more hatred from haters. But unfortunately, the more you mention this man's name, the more God put his love in people's hearts. Because this man never mentioned your name as far as we are concerned. Your name is a taboo in his mouth. Your name is coronavirus in his mouth. He doesn't mention your name, but you are always mentioning his name. But you forgot that the more you try to put this man under the bus for bully, the more God places his love in many people's hearts. You don't know how God works. You don't know.
He's at the morgue. My father-in-law willingly does not want to bury him.
All right, people are wondering how the relationship between you and your father-in-law suddenly nosedived after your husband's death. Could there have been...
I want to play what the nurse mother said and compare it with what the nurse said. Now, what the nurse mother said was the nurse truth, because the nurse had not been contacted then. So the nurse narrated what happened between her and Wunmi to her mother. So whatever the nurse mother said was the nurse truth. But later, the nurse was contacted and she was told to manipulate everything. So whatever the nurse is saying now at the coroner inquest is a planned and scripted work. Now, let's listen to the nurse mother. Yeah. This is it. This is the interview.
Ikon ti da omi le lórí òun dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó máa mọ̀ pé ẹ má ti da omi le lórí ẹ jẹ́ kó òun ṣe iṣẹ́ òun wọ́n ní bó ṣe máa ń faint nìyẹn pé kó má worry wípé tó bá ti.
Now, I'm going to play it again, sorry. Mo fẹ́ play kọ́kọ́ fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Da omi yẹn le lórí. Ó ti máa ń dákú bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Wípé wọ́n sì ní wá ẹ̀ kó máa ń faint bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tó bá ti da omi yẹn le lórí pé ó máa wà okay ipò máa wà all right. Nǹkan tí Fèyí sọ fáwa nìyẹn. So Fèyí ò pààyàn Fèyí ò ń ṣerú ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá bèrè Fèyí Island tẹ́ bèrè ẹ̀ ládùúgbò yìí Fèyí is very 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 gentle and very respectful Fèyí ò ń ṣe nǹkan tó lè pààyàn àbí tó lè ṣe irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ọ̀rẹ́ ni àbí. Ọ̀rẹ́ ni wá ọ̀rẹ́ àbí.
Ẹ bá mi gbọ́ nǹkan kan. This is Mohbad's friend. She was the first person they interviewed before they interviewed the mother. The nurse friend said they were pouring water on Mohbad when she came. You remember they said she went to buy tablets. Who poured water on Mohbad? And they said, Wunmi said, anytime Mohbad faints, why is Mohbad fainting? What led to Mohbad's fainting? Let's continue. And remember, she said Ashana poured the water on him. But in Ashana's statement, Ashana said, in Ashana's interview with one of the TV stations, she stated, and I quote, she said it was Adura that poured water on him. Let's continue.
So mama ní yóò kò tiẹ̀ kò kì í gbọ́ Naira kì í wo Naira. Fèyí ò mọ̀ wọ́n rí Fèyí gan mọ̀ pé Mohbad lòun fẹ́ lọ treat Fèyí gan mọ̀ pé Mohbad ní tóun fẹ́ lọ treat ìgbà tó dé request fún fídíò ó ti dé gate tán kí fídíò yẹn tó wọ orí fóònù because òun ní kó send fídíò sóhun kóhun wo ọwọ́ ẹni tóun fẹ́ lọ treat kóhun tiẹ̀ mọ̀ bóyá nǹkan tó lè gbà bẹ́rẹ̀ sí àmọ́ wọ́n ní kílé tó ṣe fẹ́ gbu ọwọ́ ẹ̀ kílé tó ṣe ń request fún fídíò pé tó bá.
Ṣé ń gbọ́? Now, Fèyí said she doesn't know who Naira Marley is. She doesn't know Mohbad. So my question is now, what happened on the 11th? Remember Mohbad, Wunmi claimed that it was 2 nurses that attended. It's just because many of you don't pay attention to my videos. I said it few months ago. I said Mohbad's nurse came first to finish the job. Mohbad's nurse had been there. Wunmi purposely took Mohbad's nurse out of the picture so that we will not ask questions. Can you all remember? This lady does not know Mohbad. What makes us think that it is Mohbad she treated when the nurse insisted for picture before coming to Mohbad? The lady said they were asking her, why do you want to see picture? Just come and treat. It was when the lady was getting to 5 minutes to Mohbad's house, that was when they sent a very little wound. That was the wound this lover was showing us on the video that they killed Mohbad. Am I communicating? Now, remember the nurse does not know Mohbad. So, peradventure, the nurse treated another person. Because Adura stated, and I quote, that let anyone that says he or she saw Mohbad on Monday, let them come and face me. I will put it to anybody that nobody saw Mohbad on Monday. So what happened on Monday? So, peradventure, Mohbad's nurse was invited on Monday, and she told them this is what had happened. Probably something had happened to Mohbad on Monday. That was why they are trying, they try to take we need, Emma, Mohbad's nurse is going to be brought to the coroner. They texted Abby, they called her. We need to see the call log. She said she was not around, Abby. I can tell you categorically that she knew about Mohbad's death. Now, let's put it this way. Let's assume the nurse, Mohbad's nurse, does not know about Mohbad's death. Let's assume. Somebody you call your nurse, and somebody you called your nurse, your private nurse. The nurse now hear that his customer is dead. Have you seen the nurse update anywhere? That is Mohbad's nurse. Once of a client up till now. Oh, Fuani, rest in peace. Oh, Fuani, if I was home that day, probably Mohbad would have not died. Did you see anything from the nurse? I'm talking about Mohbad's nurse now. For you to know that they knew what they are doing. They are trying, Ashana has tried to take that nurse out. Have you seen any update from the nurse? Now, as a nurse or doctor, your client died. Your private client. Now, we have not seen a video from the nurse saying, we have not seen where they told us that this is Mohbad nurse. She can tell us about Mohbad's underlying sickness. We have not seen that update. The nurse kept quiet. And you call that person Mohbad's nurse. And you think there is no suspicious. Nurse Mohbad. I know you know. You are a party to Nkotopa Mohbad.
Ilé o máa rí ẹ tó ń fẹ́ lọ treat. So àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó wà kọjọ wà nílé ẹ̀. So Fèyí wá ní pé okay, no problem, because of pé ó ti treat spending for a while, pé ó ti spending òun àti ẹ̀ ìpè customer àwọn ni spending. Okay, pé kó lára kó. This is what people want. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ wọ́n ti da omi lé lórí.
No, this is not what I want. Wrong video lessons. Okay, this is the video. So, this is Feishara's mother. Yeah. This is Feisha's mother. And listen. Emma Bo.
So Feisha your question was for the matter. Private hospital, global state.
God bless you. Remember that Rosha said, when they took Mohbad to the hospital, they said Mohbad is in stage 2 of his death. And stage 2, according to Mommy Alasha Adura that we invited that day, stage 2 is something rigomotive. So stage 2 means Mohbad had been dead for 48 hours. So if the nurse was called on Tuesday, mathematically, that means Mohbad was not treated on Monday. It was not Mohbad, the nurse treated on Tuesday. 48 hours, stage 2. We want to see the death certificate. We want to see the death statement. This is why they refuse to give the statement, the certificate to Mohbad's dad. Because everything the doctor discovered will be in that death certificate. That was why they denied Mohbad's dad of that death certificate. Because if the hospital states that Mohbad is in stage 2 when they brought him to the hospital, stage 2 means 48 hours dead. So if the nurse is saying he treated Mohbad on Tuesday, she did not treat Mohbad. She treated a different person. Mohbad had died since Monday. I am telling you that categorically down. Let's continue. And remember, Adura said, nobody will say it to my face that they saw Mohbad on Monday. So automatically, Mohbad had died on Monday. Because remember, Mohbad said, Ashana called her on Monday. Mommy Shetty Bon Kokon. We will be playing the punch interview tomorrow. Mommy Mohbad said she called Ashana. Is a lie. In Kotoniki and no Sonny. Only Mommy Shetty Bon Kokoni. Only no. Ìyá Mohbad lóhun lálàá pé I guess probably maybe somebody called Ìyá Mohbad. Adura called Ìyá Mohbad to inform her. So Ìyá Mohbad played that game and called Ashana and said, Ashana, where is your husband? Can I talk to him? Only mommy sheti gbon kokone. Ìyá Mohbad said no. She said, your son is sleeping. So if truthfully, Mohbad fought truthfully, you will not cover up. Immediately you will say, Mohbad won't treat your way. Won't follow go on soon because so jalano. But you lied. You said Mohbad was sleeping, that nothing is wrong. 22 hours later, you now called Ìyá Mohbad. Mommy mi niri wa la o, omo yin ti ku o. Ashana, what bitter you?
No, no, guy. Still, come
Yeah, he had done that, but they did not. Baba had done that. He had gone to the hospital, but they will not give Baba Mohbad because number one, it has to be from the lawyer, which the lawyer will do. Then number two, I think because they've not, the cause of death is not, the autopsy is not out and everything, but the certificates of what led, how they brought him, how they met him. Baba had gone, but Baba had to go through some. Baba cannot just collect it, Sha. That was what we were told. Yeah, he had done it. Don't worry, we'll get there. We have a good lawyer, a good son, so please, don't let us say a lot. Okay? We are just here to expose Ashana's lies. Yeah? Yeah. Exactly. So please, don't worry. Everything is being, we have a qualified senior advocate of Nigeria, and he cannot be compromised. I told you, if that man wanted to be compromised, he would have done it when Baba Falafala was accusing Baba of insulting him. Immediately Baba Falafala saw that we took Sanshitu on. He called Sanshitu that he should not take that case, that Baba had insulted him. Baba had accused him of a lot of things. That was when you saw Baba come out to say sorry. There is a reason for that sorry. So that was when I knew that this man cannot be compromised. Be arguing there, it doesn't matter. He has been there, they didn't give him. They gave it to Wunmi then because the case is not exposed like this. Of course, they will give the family a copy. They have another copy, but they will not give Baba. Will I be lying? You are telling me it doesn't matter, they can still give Baba. I'm telling you what we know. We are saying, just leave it like that. I don't want to talk too much. They will eventually collect it, don't worry. But I don't want to talk. You said those doctors are not reliable. And your kawawo, the orúkọ ti build láti jọ ìṣá, àwa àgbà kò parọ́ mọ́ hospital. Àgbà, when statement is out there, he will now cover up for them. Come on now. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa trust àwọn doctor díẹ̀. Tẹ́lẹ̀ bá fẹ́ bá wọn parọ́ àti bá wọn parọ́. Ẹ mọ̀ pé òun ló kọ́kọ́ járọ wọn ni. Tó sọ pé Mohbad was brought in dead. Ẹ ti gbàgbé ni. Have you forgotten there was a guy that came out and said that was Darosha's friend that made a voice note that Mohbad walked into that hospital. They think Perez Hospital will not come out and talk. It was Perez that exposed them. We wouldn't have known that Mohbad was brought in dead. So why would they now? It is now that they will now try to manipulate their certificate. No, it won't. Don't worry. It won't jeopardize his license. He won't. Even if Ashana pay in kind, kó lọ ṣí òbò fún bó ṣe máa ń ṣe fáwọn èèyàn kiri. Ìyá kan doni, ọmọ Ìgbò tó jáde. Ẹ máa gbọ́ o.
Nígbà tó kọ́ṣẹ́ ọdún mẹ́ta tó ṣiṣẹ́ ọdún kan ojú ọdún mẹ́rin ìyẹn a lè sọ wípé ó kojú òṣùwọ̀n láti practice láti ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Báwo ló ṣe rìn pàdé àwọn Mohbad? Ibo ló ti mọ̀ wọ́n? Ṣé lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ni ta ló pè síbẹ̀?
Kì í ṣe ọmọ Mohbad rí. Kò dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bí àwọn fẹ́ lọ treat Mohbad.
Can you hear that? Feishayo does not know Mohbad. And Feishayo did not know that she was going to treat Mohbad. So who did they give to her as Mohbad? This is very easy. I'm putting it to Ashana now that Feishayo did not treat Mohbad. Why is it that it was when Feishayo went out that they brought Mohbad out that is dead? So definitely Mohbad is already dead. They now brought her out. They brought Mohbad out. Remember they don't said they said they should go and buy drugs. By the time they go to buy drugs, before they come back, they have already put Mohbad out that is dead. And the lady was curious. That was what happened. Remember they said they left one room to go to one room. Why changing rooms? And remember, Mohbad, the nurse does not know Mohbad.
Ní Feishayo tí máa ń treat pẹ́. So Spendi ló pé Feishayo kó wá bá wọn treat ọ̀rẹ́ òun bad. Already ẹni Spendi ṣe láti pé Feishayo kó wá bá wọn treat ọ̀rẹ́ òun. Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ lọ treat ẹ̀, àwọn èèyàn wà bẹ́ẹ̀. According to bí Feishayo sọ fún mi, Feishayo ṣe sọ fún mi. Ó ní ìyàwó Mohbad wà bẹ́ẹ̀, ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀, àbúrò Mohbad wà bẹ́ẹ̀, bí iye Mohbad náà wà bẹ́ẹ̀. So nǹkan tó dẹ̀ fún kò lè pa Mohbad nítorí pé kò ṣe máa gún Feishayo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ kò ṣe ọmọdé iṣẹ́. So abẹ́rẹ́ tó dẹ̀ lóhun fún látánọ́ọ̀sì jẹ.
Ṣetibo, Feishayo's mother said the injection she gave Mohbad can never and will never buy Mohbad. For you to know that Mohbad had been pied, they just manipulated everything when she went out. And I remembered vividly when somebody went to visit Feishayo in the police station. She stated, and I quote, Ashana set me up. Wunmi set me up.
Paracetamol pẹ̀lú antibiotic. Abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta tí Feishayo tó fún tó tọ́ pé òun fún Mohbad nìyẹn. Ó lè sọ jẹ́ pé mo pé abẹ́rẹ́ tó ń fún Mohbad ò lè pa Mohbad. Torí wọ́n ti gbé òun lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn professional. Wọ́n lè jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé normal thing tó yẹ kó fún lòun fún ní overdose.
Ibo ni Feishayo wà nígbà tó ń pè kó wá treat Mohbad àti pé ṣé wọ́n ṣàlàyé fún yín bóyá iye ọdún tó ti fi mọ Spendi tẹ́ sọ yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Feishayo mọ Mohbad rí orí Mohbad rí. Spendi.
Can you hear? I'm telling you, they just wrote the script. Look at what the woman said now. The woman said Mohbad's brother was present there. But in the coroner inquest last week, Friday, Feishayo said Adura was not present there. This was Feishayo's first words before she was paid to lie. She told her mother that Adura was present there. But Feishayo said at the coroner inquest on Friday that Adura was not there. She reported manipulator. Script it up fún wọn ló sọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ.
So Feishayo tí mo spending in 2019 ló sọ fún kò tí mo spending there. Kú tọ́nu ni mo rẹ́ ní Feishayo wà. Lọ́jọ́ tí wọ́n tán pè.
Another lie. This woman said, Feishayo's mother said, Feishayo was in Kutonu when she was called on Monday. Now, Feishayo said on last week Friday at the inquest that she was in my too. Oh my God, exactly. Remember the nurse said when they poured water on Mohbad, Wunmi told her that is how she used to faint, that the nurse should go and buy a tablet, a drug that will calm him down. So they purposely send the nurse to go and buy the drug so that they can carry Mohbad out of the house and say Mohbad has pie. Abi? On Friday, medication, sorry, come on, move. At the inquest on Friday, the nurse said she was in my 12, my 2. But the mother said, and this is the mother's truth. This is Feishayo's truth before she was paid. This is her truth. But she said she's in my 12, my 2. Eje kamagbolo.
Lowa, Utonu Lowa, Nijo Monday, don't pay. So, Umbo in Nigeria. So, man, Miss Call, Miss Call, Tipolo, phone, but don't they, we are banned in Nigeria, Kini. So, all of us pay almost land, Unshem Bole Koni. So, all of the party, okay, to Bade, Eko, pay or on any court. All of them pay, who send the court in your soul, Kori, or they send the court in your sea. They go to almost see Deco, to Badeco. Nígbà tó dé délé let issue so on the laugh.
Can you Shatu Baba come Feisha's mother said that they said Mohbad has a court, and she said they should send her that court. So when they send her the court, she said Feisha said, I have not gotten to Lagos, so when I get to Lagos I will come and see you. But Feisha lied that they did not send her that picture until when she got to Mohbad's estate. So who is lying here? Oroti di méjì. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa gbọ́ lọ.
Láti lọ bí ton ti kò sọ fún pé ẹni tó fẹ́ lọ treat lélẹ̀. So wọ́n nígbà tó dẹ̀ di àrọ̀jọ́ kejì wọ́n ti ní ó ti pé òun. Wọ́n sọ pé òun tẹ̀ ṣe sùn lọ́wọ́ tó bá jí pé òun kì í rush láti lọ treat. So ó lọ ní pé kàn send the address sí orí fóònù lè send the address. So ló fi lọ. So nígbà tó dẹ̀ lọ bẹ̀ tó lọ treat ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn wà bẹ̀. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà bẹ̀. Àbúrò Mohbad wà bẹ̀. Ọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad wà ńbẹ̀, PA Mohbad náà wà ńbẹ̀.
Tó jẹ́ yàn mẹ́rin. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ibo ni Feishayo ti jí kúrò níjọ́ tí ó lọ treat.
Ṣé ti gbọ́? Feishayo's mothers confirmed it. Ṣé gbọ́? Àbúrò ẹ̀ wà ńbẹ̀, ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà ńbẹ̀, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ wà ńbẹ̀. But the nurse makes us to understand that Adura was not there. And let's come to think of it. Somebody said, how did she recognize them? They will introduce them. So it's possibly Adura gone. But because they have their plans, you know, they would have had their plans because the nurse does not know them. So the nurse will believe whoever they call who. Anything they call for the nurse, that is what the nurse will believe. Now the nurse has changed her story. Let's continue.
Ní Tuesday, ṣé ilé bí ló gbà lọ?
No. Ilé Ajah ló gbà lọ.
Okay, Ajah ló ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ajah ló gbà lọ sí Lekki.
Sí Lekki bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So ó ti mọ spending láti 2019. Ìyẹn jẹ́ bí ọdún mẹ́rin.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
So ó ti ń bá wọn, ó ti bá spending ṣe.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, tí spend bá sì ló máa pe Fèyí. Or bóyá tó bá láwọn rẹ̀ tó bá sì ló máa fi.
Wọ́n sọ pé mention ìyá Mohbad. Èmi ò gbọ́ ìyá Mohbad. Ibo ló ti mention ẹ̀. Ṣé bí tó sọ pé gbogbo wà yẹn? Èmi ò gbọ́ yẹn o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún gbọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ń fà sẹ́yìn díẹ̀ mú bọ̀. Ó yẹ pé kíní yóò ní play money. Kò show line yẹn mú bọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí oh sorry.
Wọ́n treat
Sorry. Mo ń bọ̀ ìṣá dúró.
Wọ́n bẹ̀ láti Monday.
Kò show line yẹn. Èmi ò gbọ́ ìyá Mohbad o. Èèyàn mẹ́rin ló sọ pé wà ńbẹ̀. Èèyàn mẹ́rin.
Okay, ọ̀rẹ́ òun yẹn ní court. Ó dẹ̀ ní pé kó send court yẹn sí òun kó òun rí. So they send court yẹn sí.
Ìyẹn ni fídíò ibi apá tàrí tí ó wà.
Wọ́n ló sọ pé wà ńbẹ̀. Ẹni sùúrù mo ń bọ̀.
Orí ọwọ́ yẹn ṣe bí ẹni wú.
Mo mọ bí tí máa ti sún sẹ́yìn. Kò fún mi láyè láti sún sẹ́yìn bọ̀.
Bóyá báwo ni court ṣe jẹ́ o, báwo lè bó ṣe jẹ́ ìṣẹ́.
Kò fún mi láyè láti sún.
Kò sọ fún mi ò dẹ̀ break yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
A tún play.
Àti gbà ó ní wọ́n ti mú Fèyí gangan torí èmi jẹ́ oṣù
Wọ́n mú Fèyí o, fúnra ara mi ni mo mú Fèyí lọ bẹ̀ o. Wọ́n ò declare ọmọ mi wanted ọlọ́pàá.
Okay, this is my question. Listen. Àti mole mi. Atuti mole. The lady said, about being distracted, why am I worry? Only èmi ò gbọ́ ìyá Mohbad, but ẹ má worry, ẹ lọ gbọ́ fún ara yín, kẹ́ bá wa court ẹ. Èmi ò gbọ́ ìyá Mohbad, èèyàn mẹ́rin ló wà ńbẹ̀. Ó ládùúrà wà ńbẹ̀. Ó ní ìyàwó ẹ̀ wà ńbẹ̀. Ó ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ méjì náà wà ńbẹ̀. Èèyàn mẹ́rin ló wà ńbẹ̀. But ẹ bá gbọ́ bí tó sọ pé ìyá Mohbad wà ńbẹ̀, ẹ bá mi court ẹ. I ṣe before and after. Kò need, please, don't use that to distract me, please. Mo fẹ́ sún sẹ́yìn, but mi rí sún sẹ́yìn, so please, let's just leave it that way. Ó ní PA náà wà ńbẹ̀. Yeah, èèyàn mẹ́rin ló wà ńbẹ̀. Okay, ṣé corona ló sọ pé ìyá Mohbad wà ńbẹ̀ ni? Ẹ má worry, òkú èèyàn ló sọ pé wà ńbẹ̀ yẹn fi yẹn lẹ̀. Ìyá Mohbad ti rí Mohbad pé ó ti kú kó tó lọ pé bàbá Mohbad now. I've always been telling you that. Ìyá Mohbad ti rí pé Mohbad ti kú kó tó pé bàbá Mohbad. So don't worry about that, okay? Yeah. Now, ẹ ti jẹ́ kí n gbàgbé nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ nsìn. Yeah, the lady asked one question. The lady said, when the nurse got there, before the nurse treated Mohbad, did the nurse ask them what happened to Mohbad's aunt for treatment? The woman said she did not ask. Is it possible if we are not nurse, but let's assume any of our family comes in now and something happened to them, the first question is, what happened to your aunt? Abi? So you call yourself a nurse. You go to somewhere, they say you should come and treat somebody. And after seeing that thing, you did not even ask what led to this. Because the mother said now that the interviewer asked that way, did Feishayo ask that what happened for me to come and treat this? She said Feishayo did not ask. So for her not to ask, that was a planned work, a pretend work. Because she knew that this aunt, and you remember, Feishayo said in the coroner inquest that if she knew that was the aunt was coming to treat, she would not go. Let's continue.
Èmi ló pé 23 days tí mo ti mú Fèyí lọ bẹ̀ o.
Ìyẹn ni
nípa sí nǹkan tó lè jẹ́ kó pé báyìí kí n tó ké gbàjarè fún gbogbo ayé ni wípé wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé mi pé 2 days ni result máa fi jáde. After 2 days gbàtà.
So this is my question. The police lied to us that Fèyí was wanted. But Fèyí's mother is telling us now that they never looked for Fèyí. They never called Fèyí. That she personally took Fèyí to the police station. But the police, the same way they lied on Prime Boy, that Prime Boy is wanted. Prime Boy said they never called him. It was somebody that saw it online that called him. So why is the police lying to the public? What are the police covering? Because they told us Feishaga is wanted. But Feishaga's mother said she took Feishaga to them. Let's continue.
Friday. That is last week Friday. So but me born anything on money king pariwo fún gbogbo àgbáyé kon gbà mí.
Ẹ̀yin fúnra yín lẹ mú Fèyí lọ bẹ̀.
Èmi fúnra mi ni mo mú Fèyí lọ police station.
So kí ni àwọn ọlọ́pàá sọ fún yín lẹ́yìn tí 2 days pé autopsy máa jáde. Wọ́n sọ fún yín pàtó.
Wọ́n náà lọ lóyìnbó lọ ṣe pé result ti dé.
Pé lóyìnbó lọ ti lọ ṣe.
Can you see the police? Police is covering something about Mohbad's death. The interviewer asked Feishayo's mother, the nurse mother, that when you got there after 2 days, what did they tell you about your daughter's detained? Your daughter being detained. The mother said they have taken the autopsy to abroad to check. And then there was no autopsy at all. Can you all remember? It was 1 month after Berekete called them. You remember? Even all this while, no autopsy was sent abroad. So how many lives the police had lied that they took it for autopsy and they will come back with fake results? They told Feishaga's mother few days after Mohbad was exhumed that they've taken the autopsy to abroad. And autopsy was never sent to abroad. They even lied to Nigerians. It was a month or 2 months after when Berekete called somebody, commissioner or something. Then the commissioner now said they have not sent it. He lied. The commissioner lied. And even when they sent it and they came back, they said the autopsy was inconclusive. So the police, they are our big problem. Who are the police working for? Nigeria police. Who are they working for? They covered a lot. Let's continue.
Autopsy. Result ti jáde. The result no dúró de. So but wọ́n rí pé result ò jáde mi gbọ́ pé result jáde. Wọ́n má dé rọ̀rọ̀ lọ́mọ tèmi lórí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbáyé ẹ gbà mí. Fèyí pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi. Ọmọ méjì péré ni mo bí o. Àbúrò ẹ̀kọ́ SS ni. Kẹ́ ṣàánú fún mi o. Mi ò lẹ́yìn tí mo dà ní mi. 20 years ago mo ti ń dá Fèyí tán o. Ọmọ rẹ̀ lọ́mọ mi o. Gbogbo àdúgbò yìí tẹ́ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ Fèyí wá ṣàlàyé fún yín o. Kì í ṣọmọ burúkú o. Ọmọ náà lùkọ́rí kan lọ́mọ mi o. Ọmọ mi ò gbà ṣàpàyàn o. Ọ̀rẹ́ ni spend ṣe fún Mohbad o. Ọ̀rẹ́ ni Fèyí àti spend ṣe fún Mohbad o. Because ọ̀rẹ́ ni spend ṣe tó fi pin náà sí ẹ̀ pé wọ́n tún ìtọ̀rẹ́ wọn. Ẹjọ́ kẹ́ ẹgbà ní ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà o. Mi ò léèyàn. Mi ò dẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. ṣùgbọ́n mo lọ́lọ́mọdé pé ọmọ Nàìjíríà rẹ̀ nígbẹ̀lẹ́ ìyàbọ̀ sí o kẹ́ẹ̀gbà ní kẹ́ẹ̀ṣàánú mi o ẹ̀dínkọ́ lọ sí nọ́ọ̀sì integrity o kẹ́ẹ̀ bá dọ̀ sí ìdáná nọ́ọ̀sì ló fún yàn lábẹ́rẹ́ o kẹ́ẹ̀jọ kẹ́ẹ̀ṣàánú fún mi o.
torí nǹkan tí wọ́n táwọn ọlọ́pàá ń sọ ni pé abẹ́rẹ́ tó pa nǹkan tó detect pé ó pa Mohbad pé ó ṣokùnfà látàrí abẹ́rẹ́ tí wọ́n fún.
láyé kìí jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé abẹ́rẹ́ tó fún Mohbad lè pa paracetamol gbọ́bí tó ti pààyàn rí tetanus injection mi ti gbọ́ rí ọmọ kókó wọ́n fún lẹ́lẹ́ bíbá tó bímọ sílẹ̀ ilẹ̀ ń bì tàṣàyè lọ pé nọ́ọ̀sì ládùúgbò wọ́n fún tetanus injection kò kú fèyí ọ̀pọ̀ ń ṣe nǹkan tó fún lọ́pàá.
Táyìn máa sọ wípé kò ń ṣe nǹkan tí fèyí fún ló pa bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ń lérò wípé bóyá àyíníke kan áńkípáńkì kan ti fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣé èròǹgbà ti yín nìyẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o èròǹgbà tèmi nìyẹn.
Can you hear that? The interviewer stated that if you think it was not what your daughter, the injection your daughter gave Mohbad that Kpaiing Mohbad, are you trying to say an hanky-panky wants to happen there? Did you hear the response of the mother? The mother said yes. There's an hanky-panky in the story. So for this woman to say yes with her full chest, and as I've told you, this is Feishara talking. It might be Feishara's mother, but Feishara narrated the story to her mother. So for this woman to say an hanky-panky wants to happen in that story, she said it with her full chest. So definitely, if Feishara now is coming out, Feishara is coming out now to tell us another thing. No, we are not gonna Digba say ikú tó pa Mohbad a máa mọ̀. Mi fẹ́ mọ̀ ente mọ̀ ke bo Tinubu a máa mọ̀. Sanchitu said, and I quote, "The world is watching. The world is watching." Ní ṣerú ẹ̀ mọ́.
Èmi gan fúnra mi ti jáde lọ sí many hospitals. Tọ́ni tetanus injection, paracetamol àti antibiotic pé first aid nìyẹn. Pé tó bá jẹ́ pé jẹ́ lọ́sọ̀rọ̀ náà gbẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kò tó bá kọ́kọ́ fún nìyẹn. Pé kò lè pa. Èyí ò kì í ṣe ọmọdé jẹ́ kò dẹ̀ fún ní overdose. Nǹkan tó normal tí tó yẹ kó fún, ó ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó yẹ kó fún ló fún. Ẹ gbà mí kẹ́ ṣàánú mi. Kò lè pa.
Torí ṣe mọ̀ wípé gbogbo àwọn àjọ tí wọ́n ṣe kò kárí àwọn nọ́ọ̀sì náà àtàwọn dókítọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo wọn ni wọ́n fi style yọwọ́ pé àṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ yóò wà qualified tó.
Torí pé ó jẹ́ ọ̀sílẹ̀ ó lọ kọ́ṣẹ́ wọ́n kọ́ṣẹ́ lọ́yàn pé kò ṣe tẹ hospital ìjọba ló ti kọ́ṣẹ́ òun ló fà gbogbo àwa kò sí àyíríke kan gbogbo ayé ló ń lọ auxiliary nurse nílé.
Nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣé ẹ gbìyànjú láti ti pe lọ́ọ̀yà yín kí làwọn ìjọba ń bá lọ́ọ̀yà yín pàtó sọ pé bóyá.
result náà ni result ní gbogbo wọn sọ pé olùgbà tí result bá jáde àdè rí result ń sìn result náà sọ pé olùgbà tí result bá jáde ọmọ mi tẹ̀sí lọ 23 days ní kọ́sọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́pàá lẹ́nu 23 days ló kó 23 days fúnra mi dẹ̀ ni mo mú lọ́bẹ̀ wọn wá wọn pé wọn invite ẹ̀ mi rò pé mo jẹ̀bi láti mú ọmọ mi lọ́bẹ̀.
Torí nísìnyí wọ́n jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé òun ni prime suspect òun ni wọ́n dá gbogbo number one.
Wọ́n ní gbogbo àgbáyé àgbà mi ẹ̀yin abiyamọ àgbáyé ṣàánú fún mi torí ọmọ yìí nìkan náà ni mo wojú ẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ gbà mí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ràn mí lọ́wọ́ mi ò lówó mi ò dẹ̀ léèyàn tí wọ́n mọ̀dà ní mi ní 30 years mo ti dáfẹ́ yìí tán ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kẹ́ ẹ gbà mí kẹ́ ẹ ṣàánú fún mi kẹ́ ẹ ràn mí lọ́wọ́ ìrànlọ́wọ́ yìí ni mo fẹ́.
Have you heard that? Somebody said, let's quickly go to Instablog. Before Katowa's interview, Yabo, on Instablog just posted something regarding the nurse. Let's go to... One minute. Yeah, let's quickly... 1 minute. Shengbo, how Mohbad died. Nurse Ogedengbe speaks out. On ti fẹ́ parọ́ fún wa. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré kà fún yín. On ti gbé mi síta. Nurse Ogedengbe, Feishara Ogedengbe, the auxiliary nurse who administered the tetanus injection to late singer Ilereoluwa Mohbad Aloba, has narrated the events leading to his death, terrifying before Justice C. Eshotobi at the Court in Ikodu, Lagos. Ogedengbe revealed that on September 12, 2023, Mohbad's friend Ayobami Splendid Sodiq contacted her for medical treatment. She arrived at Mohbad's Lekki residence about 2:30 p.m. and found the singer with a swollen cut on his right hand. She administered a tetanus shot on his upper arm, and after confirming he had an ulcer, opted for a paracetamol injection instead of the chloroquine. She also gave him an intravenous injection for bacterial infection. However, after receiving 2 ml of the injection, Mohbad complained of nausea and went to vomit. Upon his return, Ogedengbe noticed goosebumps on his body. His wife, Wunmi, claimed this was his usual reaction to injection and poured water on him, realizing he might be experiencing an allergic reaction. The nurse and Ayobami left to buy. Talonja Ayobami, spending money here. She be spending support was in Lenny. The nurse and Ayobami left to buy hydrocostone. You got lock mama spending, no? You got lock mama spending. Spend DJ Bami lo tell anyone lora ogun. She ma nkan to se okay, DJ Bami lo pe ni Bami. Okay. The nurse and Ayobami left to buy hydrocostone and more infusion. Why at the pharmacy? Why at the pharmacy? Ayobami received a call that Mohbad was convulsing. Ogedengbe instructed that he should be taken to a hospital immediately. By the time they returned, Mohbad had been moved outside, making it impossible to administer. The newly purchased medication. Due to heavy traffic, they transported Mohbad on a motorcycle. Báwo ló ṣe possible? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wo àwọn people tẹ́ ń ka kíní. Ẹ bá wa tàn mọ́lẹ̀ sí kíní yìí. How is this possible? Due to heavy traffic, they transported Mohbad on a motorcycle to speed up their arrival at the first hospital. Upon arrival, the medical staff hesitated but later attempted CPR before pronouncing him dead. Mohbad was dead before taken to the hospital. Iyabo sọ pé inú ilé ni Mohbad kú sí, màá tún bá wọn play. But later unwilling to accept the news, another associate, Darosha, insisted on taking Mohbad to a second hospital, where he was also confirmed dead. His body was eventually returned home around 8 p.m., where large crowd had gathered. And a fair video. Later that night, Ogedengbe, accompanied by Mohbad's lawyer, Ayobami, and a cousin, a lawyer, visited the police station at Orchid, Lekki, seeking a death certificate. This is the line. Sheri Kotologi Bukky don't see so. Also, one lost the police station. The nurse said they went to police station to request for death certificate. Is it police station that gives death certificate? Is the hospital the hospital had already given death certificate. The first hospital gave them death certificate. So why go to the police station again? Police does not give death certificate. They give police report. So they will take the death certificate from the hospital and police report from the police to the morgue to deposit his body. So why will you leave? Meanwhile, don't forget that the same nurse told the court that they gave the statement, the doctor's report to DJ Bami. Now, Instablog Ninja is confusing the public and saying that Wunmi, nurse and Mohbad's lawyer, they went to Orchid to get police death certificate. Make it make sense. Does police give death certificate? Anyway, let's continue. Seeking a death certificate. After she narrated the event to the police, they were directed to another police station for further step. You can imagine. When Baba got to where Mohbad died, Wunmi got up and told Baba to go and do juju on him. Baba did not answer him. It was Baba that went to the police station. Wunmi did not tell Baba that they gave them death certificate at the hospital. When Baba now got to the police station, after 2 hours, one Omnikum police came out and requested for death certificate. Baba could not present it. So the policeman sent Baba away. Look at what Instablog is writing. Instablog will never write about what Baba Mohbad says. He will only put updates about so that they can drag Baba Mohbad. Who is lying here? Let's read comments. Let's read a bit of comments. So somebody said, how did Naira Marley enter this case? I'm going to analyze this Naira Marley part. Then we will continue tomorrow. A lot of... okay, don't worry. Eje ká lọ sí interview Yabo. Yeah. I want to bring out something from Yabo's interview. Because many people are asking on that chat. So how did Naira Marley come into this case? I'm going to analyze something for you. Yeah. Yeah.
That it was going to turn out this way, I would not have requested that he be exhumed.
So Iyabo just said that if she knew that it's gonna turn out this way, she wouldn't have requested that Mohbad be exhumed. Olori Buruku Kpaiing, it was not you that made the police to exhume Mohbad. It was the world. It was the voice of the public. Ìwọ báwo, ìwọ tó ti fòbò ṣàbàṣà. Ìwọ tó ti fòbò ṣàbàṣà láàrin àwọn. Ìwọ tó lè dáwó owó taxi san. Ìwọ tó ń sunkún gbà tó ná ẹni taxi. Ìwọ. Kí ló dáwọ́ people máa ń pàtàkì ara wọn náà? If I had known, I wouldn't say àbólórí burúkú lẹ́ni. Ìwọ báwo. Let's listen.
Oh, when Nigerian singer Mohbad passed away.
Mo like eléyìí fún mi sis. Mo fẹ́ bi tó ti kí ló kọ bọ̀bọ́ yìí o. Ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tó ti ṣe interview gangan mo fẹ́. Eléyìí kọ́ ni mo fẹ́ bá mi wá yẹn. Oh, kí ló kọ bọ̀bọ́ yìí. Okay. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo eléyìí.
I really wished that we didn't have to push for him to be exhumed because, like you said, until now, he's not there.
Before we go continue this matter, make I let you know say, Wunmi don't cry, come out, say make Nigerians come join am. Help am beg Papa Mohbad. Make Papa Mohbad go put Mohbad for ground so that she, when be Wunmi, will get peace. Now, so many Nigerians come go under comment section. Come they tell Wunmi, say, make Wunmi come and come tell them the meaning of the white cloth when you go put with Mohbad. My people matter don't you shake my love. As we they talk, my correct people. Our own very Iyabo Joe don't come to say she regretted ever pushing forward. Say make them exhume Mohbad body come aside. Say because she no say na so the justice go back.
Now, I want you to listen attentively now. Yeah? This is where I'm going. Iyabo just said she regretted them exhuming Mohbad. This my analysis this afternoon is going to be for the intellectuals. If you don't concentrate, if you don't calm down, you will not understand. Sherry Olori Buruku ọmọ tó ń pè ní Kpaiing Iyabo. She's evil from the pit of hell. It's either her or no one. I discovered some things from this interview, which I will be sharing with you this afternoon. Immediately, Mohbad died. If truthfully Mohbad died of the injection they gave him, somebody came out with the narrative of Mohbad died of ear infection. Please, Emma ba mi thumb up, Emma love and like, Emma communicate pẹ̀lú mi ti ṣe ṣe. Emma concur. Yeah? Remember, Mohbad, Iyabo was not around when Mohbad's death was announced. Somebody somewhere told us Mohbad died of ear infection. These are my words. Now, Iyabo Ojo contacted Ashana Why did Iyabo Ojo contacted Ashana? Because she has had a plan to nail Naira Marley down. She had been looking for a good way to hold Naira Marley. Ó ti fẹ́ bá Naira Marley jà, but kò mọ bó ṣe máa bá Naira Marley jà. Bó ṣe rí pé wọ́n ní Mohbad died of ear infection. She contacted Ashana. I can only help you if you let us put it out that Naira Marley bullied Mohbad. If you feel pé ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò ní túmọ̀, if truthfully Naira Marley bullied Mohbad, that will be the first thing they will put up. But they did not put that up. They said Mohbad died of ear infection. Ashana got it. Iyabo got in touch with Ashana. And he said, let's put it this way. Because if you remember, Ashana does not know Mohbad. Remember she said in one of her interviews, she said, oh, I didn't even know that was the boy. Nothing, it was none of her business. But immediately she saw that this is an avenue to nail Naira Marley, she contacted Ashana. You will see, when they started saying this thing, Iyabo was not involved. That was when they said Mohbad died of ear infection. Now she contacted Ashana and she said, we can only support you. She contacted Ashana. Ashana did not contact her. I'm saying that with my full chest. She contacted Ashana and said, okay, we can help you.